Texans looking to technology in this time of need. Civilian rescue teams during Harvey-stricken areas turning to the cell phone app Zello to reach survivors. Zello allows smartphones to function as walkie-talkies, and one channel can hold thousands of active users at one time. Bill Moore is the CEO of this company. Bill, the Cajun Navy, Texas Search and Rescue, the Texas Navy have been asking those in need to download Zello. Tell us how they're using the app. Are you surprised at how prevalent the use of this app has been?
I'm not so surprised because it's been popular in other crises before, including about a year ago. There was a massive flood in Louisiana, and the group, the Cajun Navy, had for a while been using Zello as their go-to communication tool for the rescue relief. Zello's also been popular with country uprisings. There was been news coverage in the past in the Arab Spring and Venezuela and Ukraine, where Zello becomes a live walkie-talkie style app that works very well when the stakes are high, people need to communicate, they're on the go, and you need to coordinate a bunch of folks together.
Hey, Bill, this is Mike Murphy. How is the app used, or what's the biggest user interaction when there's not a time of crisis? When there's just normal times, how are people using and benefiting from the app?
Sure, there are millions of channels. There's about 100 million registered users on Zello, and it's popular in large pockets of the world. One of my favorite examples is it's the 911 system, crowdsourced 911 system in South Africa, and it's how you get a cab in Hong Kong. But it's often and more typically used by groups of friends and family. So you might use it to coordinate a ski trip in the way people used walkie-talkies in the old day, or just groups that are sort of like a bar, about the people inside the group that get together. And because it's live voice and it's how we most naturally communicate, it creates a special kind of relationship and trust, and it's excellent for solving problems. So there's a really broad variety of consumer uses. There's also a business version called Zello Work, and their companies use it to replace two-way radio when they're rolling out mobile apps to their workforce.
And Bill, not only the app saw a 20-fold increase in usage in the past week, and also there was a channel for animal rescue. Explain that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that channel, but I believe it. I did hear one that was about midwives that sprung into action to help pregnant women who were stranded or needed special help. But as I mentioned, there are millions of channels, and I noticed dozens of channels, and the Zello office was listening to a handful over the past couple of days with just riveting, fascinating, impressive work by the organization, the Cajun Navy, and others, and thousands of boats, and just an amazing coordination between the federal groups and the local groups, and the massive number of individual people who had a boat and a truck, and to hear the stories of how a family with children are stuck and the boat shows up, and you can hear this all live. So it's fascinating and impressive, and it makes us proud at Zello.
Bill, is this something that first responders are using officially, like in times when there's not a crisis? Have police departments adopted this to use with their standard equipment?
A handful of police departments and government agencies use it. More often, they use it on the side to augment what they have. And so one of the advantages of Zello is it's secure compared to typically the radios they have. It's also an app, so with the sort of features you'd expect, you can have any number of channels and exactly the number of people that you would want on the channel, and only those people. So first responders would use it on the side to help them, but it's typically not part of an official effort.
Bill, please come back. We want to stay up to date on what you're doing at Zello. Thank you so much for being here and telling us these stories.
It was great. Thank you very much.